Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin, and I hope you can hear me fine. Please let me know if there's any squeaks or buzzing or whatever. I've had to resort to using my older system, which worked really well for quite a while, and then I had some issues with it, so tried a different system. So last night I did a bit of research. I ended up kind of like Googling and not saying some not very nice words to my computer, and it turns out that it could be an issue with my actual computer, and something's changed in it because other people have experienced the same problem. So then I ordered something on Amazon to arrive today, which was amazing because I ordered it at 1 o'clock in the morning and it arrived this afternoon. But it was at one of those pickup places. Hello, by the way, I'm Ruth. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Just going to chat to a few people for a second before I start creating. So I went to pick up, I had notification it's been delivered at this lockup. So yeah, I had to go walk to town and I put the code in, you know, and it was like, we do not recognise this code. I was like, oh, for goodness sake, you've got my parcel. I just want my parcel. So I kept putting the code, trying to scan the thing and blah, blah. Eventually, I was like, after like third or fourth time of trying, I was like, I'm going to call the number. Hello, I'm at your locker. And he was like, oh, what's the code that you want of your product? I was like, oh, it's this. And he went, he said, our codes usually start with M. He said, and you know, and I said, well, that's what it says on the email. And he said, you sure you don't want the Amazon locker? I was like, by which time I'd already started walking to a slightly different area, realised I was at the wrong lockup. I went, I am so sorry for wasting your time. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I just went to the first one. And anyway, I plugged it in this afternoon, this new gadget. That didn't work either. So I think I'm going to take that, a sign that you're not complaining about the sound, as kind of a good thing. Okay, so I'm back to using my mic on my phone, which is okay. So anyway, if there's any problems, please do let me know, as you know, I'm endeavouring to make it better, make a better experience for you. Right, so I had planned to go live a little bit earlier, but then I was faffing around with my microphone and it became tea time. May cooked tea tonight. She's doing a little mini cookery course at the moment. So she made toad in the hole, which for you non-Brits is sausages in a kind of flour and egg batter that gets baked. But the difference with this recipe was you had to wrap bacon around the sausages before you put them in the batter mixture. It has a slight reverberation. Oh, very slight vibration. All right. Well, I can actually have a play around with that because it turns out that there are some different settings. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. I just need to add. I do need to add something to this. Hold on. Computer mic and all right. Let me just switch that off and put my computer mic back on. I upgraded the thing that I was using so that I'd have options. So it does say that I can maybe change the audio source. So I'm going to change it to that and see if that makes a difference. Bear with. Sound is delayed. Ah, okay. I'm now using the computer mic, so hold on. Now it's playing a pain. Now it's not wanting to work at all. It's synced now. Yes, that's because I'm using the computer one. But the computer mic, I don't actually know where it is on my computer. I can't see it. So the mic on my phone is Bluetooth connected. It's good now, I know, but the thing is when I sit down, my voice will drop. But, you know. Oh, now my thing has decided not to work at all, so. Hold on, let me just get this to stop running. All right, let's try again. Right, connect. Sounds better now, yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to try one more time. Enter. Let's sort this out. I know life shouldn't be this complicated. I know. Tell me about it. One more time. Hi, Wendy. Right, if it doesn't want to do it this time, I'm just going to get on with it. Right, let's just get on with getting on. So I've got this gorgeous paper from yesterday, and I picked up these emery boards in my local supermarket today, and I love giving gifts that are useful and, you know, pretty at the same time. And I always like to have a spare emery board in my bag or handbag or whatever, but I don't like the damage they do sometimes, because if you have them next to some glasses that you've forgotten to put in a glasses case, they can obviously cause quite a bit of damage. So, and also your phone, you don't want these rubbing up next to your phone on the glass. So they are best to be kept in a nice little pouch. So I thought, would it be nice just to make a really pretty pouch for my emery boards? I'm just going to measure what these are. So these are about 17. What's that? Sorry, I'm using the grid paper here just to figure out what they are. About 16.5 centimetres. Oh, they're 2 centimetres wide approximately by 16.5. So I thought it would be nice to use some of this paper to decorate some little pouches to make. So, all right, what's going on here? Right, so the colours that I used yesterday, there's Coastal Cabana in here, there's Fresh Freesia, all sorts of nice colours. And I thought it'd be nice just to, yeah, have a little go making a cute cute things. So nothing too complicated today, I hope. And something that's replicatable. So I guess I want to have a little fold over section here. So this is just a piece of A4, so I'm going to score that at 1.5. Oops. And then if I make my little pouch about 3 centimeters wide, if I score at 4.5. Oh, someone's trying to call me. Okay, my mic's still working? Yeah, okay. So about that 3 centimeters. So if I score that at 2.5, then 2.5 add 3 is 5.5, and then 5.5 plus 1.5 is 7. So we'll just cut it at that point there. Someone's just tried to call me, so I just need to message them to say, I'm so sorry, but can you call Tom? My phone. I'm using my phone for work at the moment. Sorry about this, everybody. Someone's just tried to call my phone. Right, there we go. So, oh, I didn't do that right. I'm going to start again. Two and a half plus 3 is 5.5. Then 5.5 plus 2.5 is 6, 7, 8, not 7, Ruth. Right, there we go. So the idea is that I can then fold that over. That's what I wanted. There we go. Now, what I want to do is think about what I want to have as my little flap to come over. I guess I could just cut it. Let's see what that comes to. Can I do that at 3? No, that's too much. I'd say 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to put that in at 2.5 and score that middle one there. But then I'm going to cut up to the score line and then cut like that. I think that's what I need to do for this end too. Just basically cut there and then cut like that. All right, let's see if this prototype works before I go any further. Right, you're following me so far. There we go. So if you want to see how I stamp this pretty pea pear, please do go and check out my video from last night. I'm just cutting that up to there and that up to there, and then that like so, like so. Now I probably don't need that to be that in depth. The only reason I kind of went that far was because I thought if I'm going to put glue here across here, I didn't want it spreading out so much. So I guess I could take this in by a little wee bit
maybe to there and there. So I'll have a relook at that measurement. I mean, this one would work actually, because that would fit over like that. Oh, maybe this one was correct. Maybe I should stick with this measurement, because then actually we don't waste so much card. But I do like the idea of perhaps it coming halfway. I think it would just look really neat. Humdy humdy hum. All right, let's have a think. So this is what happens when you kind of like trying to create something from scratch. You may not get it perfect the first time. So half of 2 1/2 is 1 3/4. So if I go to 1 and no, 1 and there, what's that? 1 and 7 millimeters ish. Just cut that off there. When that folds over, that's a bit more like halfway, isn't it? And that would then fit my little emery board. Now, do I want though that to actually show? Does that make sense? To actually get your fingers, because you don't want to be kind of like poking around and trying to get your fingers in there. So what does one do to create a little... I mean, I could get a circle punch. The other option is where actually I have this much smaller and then have this straddle the whole thing, and then that would be so much easier to cut a circle into. All right, has anyone else made these? Am I just making life difficult for myself? I think I am. Right, let's start again. Exactly, how am I getting it in and out? Hi Maureen, lovely to see you. Hello everybody as well. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a tiz today. Sorry. As you can tell. I wonder whether just to go for inches. I think let's just go inches. That might be a bit more helpful. So we'll go 1 inch, 2 inch, and then a little bit over 1/4 inch. No, I'm just going to cut it at 6 centimeters. Right, what about that instead? And then so once you get your prototype, it then makes it easier. Where am I at? 1 inch there. It will make it easier then to make the rest. So do that. Do that. And this is actually a 1 inch circle punch, so that should fit. Perfectly there. Now I know I've done the flap on the other side. Maybe I should have folded that over and done it. There we go. Oh, that looks neat. Ish. Why is that not looking neat? Now, will that fit in there, and will I still be able to? That is really not wanting to slide in and out. It's like, it's so rough. It's like, no, I'm not going in there. I'm going to glue it and see what happens. This might be the video that should never existed. I mean, if it goes too much more badly, I think I'm just going to delete it. Hi, Pam. Hi, Martina. Who else is here? Hi, Tashana. Just cut the two sides at an angle. Two sides. Which two sides? I'm wondering whether I should just make a very long envelope. Do you know what I mean? Because that would actually make it easier to get it in and out. Honestly, this idea was so simple in my head half an hour ago. I didn't realise it was going to be this complicated. I can barely get that in. Oh, hold on. I was trying to squeeze it down by where the glue was. But even then, I mean, that's just ridiculous. No, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, back to the drawing board. What if we create a cute little envelope instead? So what we do is we score, that's 1.5 at both ends. Make her what? Hi, Claire. Envelope would be easier, yeah. So I'm thinking little envelope, and that would fold over. So if I scored that at 6. I think I should have just Googled it and got someone else's idea and just copied them. I think that would have worked much better. Right, so little envelope, come over like that. And then, so I don't need that bit, do I? Don't need that bit. Don't need that bit. I don't need that bit. Now, why is that not folding it? I might just cut that a little bit shorter. Oh, wow, my apologies, everyone. This is not up to my usual standard. You know what? I think it's going to be too. It's too much to have that on. I'm going to put that there and that there like that, and then it just make it easier to pop that in. Right. haven't even completed the prototype yet. How about an 1/8 inch gusset on each side? Yeah, I'm wondering whether a gusset would be helpful actually, because that is like a 1/16 width. So it's like I'm trying to squeeze something too big into the size there. Oh, there we go. All right. That's quite neat, isn't it? Now, do I need something to hold that shut? I mean, one could apply magnets, or I do have some Velcro dots that I need to use up. I managed to pick up a whole bag of these from a charity shop, so I may as well use them up. So I'm thinking one there and one there. Right. Right, loops at the top. Okay. Give that a squish down. Oh, Magical Meadow. Yeah, there may be one more. I'll go and alter the booking. Pamela. Bear with. I'll sort it out now. Right. Okay, so that's fine. Next time I think I'll stick them a bit closer to the edge. Right, so the bit that I'm all excited about is actually using my Stamped One Sheet Wonder. And I think if that's, oh, you know what? I don't like that. Hold on. I'm gonna just replace these. They need to be at the edge a bit more. It's not like I haven't got hundreds. Right, do that again. I'm going to put it right at the edge, up there. On there. Just going to swap that over. Yeah. Oh. Right. Is this all just becoming a bit too complicated? What do you think? Now, I've got to find my Stamped One Sheet Wonder now. It was here a minute ago. I'll put my light back on. It's not my day today, is it? Well, maybe this is God's way of saying, Ruth, you're not going to use that Stamped One Sheet Wonder for this. Oh, it's on full. Right, I only want to use a little bit. So I'm thinking this measures 18 centimetres. If I do it at 17, I then get another strip out of that side, don't I? Right, 17 by 3. I'm going to do a few. Right, that to one side, that to one side. Oh. What did I do wrong there then? You know what, I think I might just stick it on as it is. I don't mind the turquoise stripe at each end. Not my day today. I'm determined to finish at least one of these. Alright, I've just cut that a millimetre smaller so that it's not overhanging. Right, blue. Oh, don't you misbehave now. Okay, let's get you stuck on and be done with it. Okay, that's done. Right. All right, Pamela, can you go back in again? I've made it a bigger thing. I've increased it by 1. Just laugh, Ruth. Hi, Cheryl. You've been a bit under the weather. Oh, sorry to hear that. All right, should we do that again then? See if I can replicate this. I'm going to discard my previous attempt so that I don't get confused. Put these to one side, that to one side, that to one side. Right, I do quite like the coastal cabana. It's very vibrant. So, I'm going to score at 1.5 down both edges. So this is for an A4, is that correct? Yeah, A4 size cardstock. It's going to be slightly different for you guys in the using 8.5 by 11, but I'm sorry, I'm not adjusting for that at the moment. This is just more to do with the process of kind of designing this. So then three. Right, so I'm going to score this at, I don't know what, I'll say 1 1/8. I'm sorry, I interchange between things. Then actually move that score to 1 1/4. So then I'm then going to score at 2 3/8. I will write this down in a second. And then I only really need, well, maybe I should make this go further down, and then that way the Velcro dots would work a little bit better. I just feel that they're not wanting to do their thing. I wonder if actually by giving, who suggested giving them a gusset? Right, I'm going to score at 2.5 and see if a gusset helps. Welcome to Ruth Thinking Out Loud. And then cut at 3.5 inches. All right, I will write down what I just did because I will forget it. So I scored at 1 1/8, then 2 3/8, then 2.5, and then cut at 3.5. All right, let's see how that works. So then I'm going to pop my card back in here, cut up to the second score line, and then jump and cut the rest of that. Turn it around. And then, I'm sorry, I haven't paid much attention to the chat. Oh, doctors in the UK are calling it the 100-day cough, Cheryl. Yeah, there's a virus going around called the 100-day cough. And it's not COVID, it's just one of those coughs. And I remember having a very similar cough like that, because I had it for about 3 months, which is about 100 days, isn't it? And yeah, it just dragged on and on and on and on. But eventually it does go. It does, I promise. If it still lingers after that, then yeah, go and get a scan. But yeah. Oh goodness me, I think I'm gonna have to open something, a bottle of something. Drive myself to gin, Janice. Honestly, you should have heard me last night with this microphone debacle. I was not happy. I can tell you that. I guess what's frustrating is that, you know, you think you find a solution for something, and I had found a solution, a really good solution, and then out of no fault of my own, something's changed, and it's just like, ugh. There we go. Right. Oh, just gonna. I've been dealing with a nasty cough. I'm not excited to hear about the 100-day one. No. No, it's not good if it is that one. Right, I'm going to try and remove these in a way that I remember, because you know there's a fluffy side and then there's a barbed side, isn't there, to these? So I'm going to try and attach them. Remember to attach them in the same way. Go there. Go there. Right. Yeah, I think that could work. I'll just do a little snip there. And a little snip there. This is taking far longer than I anticipated. Let's try it with Tombow this time. After day 8! Oh, dear me, Shaz. That must be a strong one. Right, these were going to be swaps for on stage, but I think the amount of time it's taking to do these are going to have to go to like special people. Hi, Patricia. I'm guessing if I'd made it out of DSP, it would have, I don't know, I might have been able to do that original design. But, I don't know whether just to make bookmarks out of the rest of them, because this is just like too much faff, to be honest. Mind you, I have cut this one out, so let's just see if the measurements hold up. I'm just going to follow my measurements that I did there earlier. Right, 1 1/8. 2 3/8. 2 1/2. And then 3 1/2. Okay, well, I'm doing that one more time. 1 1/8. 2 3/8, 2 1/2, and cut at 3 1/2. All right, so you can get 3 of these out of 1 sheet of cardstock. FYI. So. Did the gusset help? I think it does help a little bit because it's because of the size of the Velcro dots. Yeah, it does. I think it does help a little bit because I feel like that's, I don't know. I was going to say that one's a bit more flappy than that one. Oh no, I can't fold that down because that's got a gusset. I think it does a little bit. I wonder what it'd be like without the Velcro dots. I wonder if it would just sort of, if I burnished it really well, I wonder if it would cope without it. Ooh, it's quite tricky to fold the that really small. No, don't cross over. That's really hard to do. The card really wants just to go back to the other score. So I'm going to do it the other way. Oh no, I've completely bodged that up. Okay, so I think the trick is not to use the bone folder, is to do it by hand to start off with. There we go. Then use the bone folder afterwards. All right, that's the trick. Don't use the bone folder straight away. You need to tell the cardstock where you want it, the fold to be first, because this cardstock is quite thick. Yeah, it did not like that at all. Now, usually I try and provide very, fine-tuned, well-honed content on this channel, but sometimes, I just show it warts and all, when things don't quite work out. And one of the mottos of this channel is, I do these things so that you don't have to. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. And you see, I think once that goes in your purse, I mean, does it really matter? I mean, I'm loath to put a belly band on it because I just feel that if you put a belly band on it, it's just like another step just to get an emery board out. Do you really want to, spend that long on an emery board? Maybe just one of those stickers. Let's try that instead. Just one in the middle. Maybe go for that instead. Yeah, maybe that'll do. Right, didn't I cut one of these earlier? I should have got 3 of these, shouldn't I? 1, 2. It's on the floor. Looking at the shape, I think I'll gusset it on both sides and glue bottom like a coin envelope. Ah, okay. You mean tuck it in? Yeah, the reason I was a bit loath to tuck it in is because the emery board just loves sticking to the card because it's so rough. I just didn't want anything else to inhibit it going in. And I felt that if there was any kind of like raised area on the inside, it just would not go in properly. So, oh well, I've done 3. These will just have to go to special people. I did make it myself. Yeah, file nails before leaving the house. Leave nail file at home. I know, but the thing is, they, you know, it's a sort of thing where with all the best will in the world, you might just snag it on something and you just need an emery board. Looking at my nails going, oh, Ruth didn't wash her nails very well. Yeah, what about using a ribbon? Yeah, but do you really want to take off a ribbon when you're in a dash to... I mean, I think a nice bit of ribbon as presentation, but... Oh, shoot. Not my day. There we go. Nice. We are all special. We are indeed. Just having a rather special day today, Janice. Oh dear. To sharpen these scissors. Good. Sorry, Ruth, but this has really made me laugh tonight. That's fine. That's fine. I love the way I'm able to make you laugh without even telling a joke. Use your ruler and slide the bone folder to guide the card. Use your ruler. Oh, yeah. That was a few steps ago, wasn't it? Yep. I feel like just starting again, just doing another video and just going, right, I'm just going to do some stamping. I just need some therapy now after that. Right, but I'll tell you what we'll do. I will make some quick bookmarks because I was planning to do bookmarks as swaps anyway. So I'll do that. I'll do that with the rest of this paper, this lovely paper. So I'll just double check what I cut this to. So I cut this to 17 centimetres, didn't I? So if I cut it to 2 and to, what am I saying, 17 and a half. There we go. And then what I normally do is cut the width of the bookmark to just under 2 inches. But in this situation, I think I'm just going to cut it to 4.5 centimetres, which is a little bit less than 2 inches, because I want to try and make this go as far as possible. So I'm just going to do that. So do 4.5. Yeah, it's early yet. Some stamping would be good. It is early for me, actually. I glued magnets to the dashboard in the car for my nail file. Wow, what a clever idea. Maybe that's what I need to do, is supply people with a magnet and a sticker to put on their car dashboards, and then put a magnet on the nail file so it'll stick to it. Oh, thank you, Martina, for that vote of confidence. Thank you. It is a good present. Oh. Hi, Ida. On the plane waiting for takeoff. Yay, where are you off to? Oh, that reminds me, I need to find out where Jodie's at. Jodie should have arrived in the UK by now. So I'm cutting this one at every 4. Oh, I feel sorry for whoever's going to get that one. That's not got so much roses on it. Well, no, geez, not everyone likes roses, so maybe that will be fine. Ruth, you're overthinking. Heading home from DC to Seattle. Ah. Right, a lovely hello to everybody who's on the live. Sorry, I didn't get around to saying hello to everybody. Didn't name everyone, but you're all very, very welcome. How many are watching you, putting up with me tonight? 46 of you. You all deserve a medal. You take the rough with the smooth on this channel. Right, the reason why I'm not being super diligent about the gluing is because these are actually going to go into little cellophane baggies to protect them, because one of the most heartbreaking things to ever happen if you've stamped a beautiful piece of paper is to have it damaged with water, and the colours just, oh, it's like, you know, we recently rewatched Mary Poppins, and you know, like the chalk painting that Mary Poppins and Bert goes in with the children, and then it starts to rain and the waters all go, the colour just goes so whenever I give bookmarks, I tend to package them in cellophane and seal them down so people know that they're not to be taken out. It's a kind of a cheaper and easier way of almost like laminating them, but you don't laminate them, you just put them in a bookmark size cello. Now, Stampin' Up used to sell them years ago. They don't anymore. So just look up on your favourite craft website for them. Just 2-inch cellophane baggies. They're usually about 2 inches by 8 inches. Rub some glycerin on it. That will make the stamping waterproof. Oh, will it? Oh, Pamela, but you can tell some stories. Things confiscated at the courthouse. Oh yeah, you could hijack a plane probably. Oh, I shouldn't say keywords like that, should I? Get banned by YouTube. Right, let me see if I can get my hands on said cellophane baggies. Nope. Oh, yes. We have lift off. Unfortunately, this brand is definitely not as good as Stampin' Up. They're a little bit flimsier. Not a little bit, they are flimsier. I won't seal them up now, but because they still need to have stickers put on the back. But there we go. You see how they fit really well, and then you can fold that over and stick that down. And then yes, it is shiny, but you know, oh, cheap hairspray would seal it as well. Oh, okay. I guess I could paint over them with acrylic with some sealant as well. That's the other thing I could do. But as these will be for swaps, right, I'm just going to pop them in for now just to protect them. But as I said, I need to put a sticker on the back with my name. And ideally, because they're for swaps, they should have a list of product used. But oh, Martina. Oh, well, you found that out then. So I plan to also make bookmarks of these that I stamped a couple of weeks ago, because these will all be current products. As I've written on the back of these what I've used. So these will get turned into bookmarks at some point. So rather than starting a whole new video, I could just stamp another One Sheet Wonder while I'm here. Oh, I could also pop these into here as well, couldn't I? Just to keep them safe. Oh, did Pam, did you do what you needed to do? Ah, Pam, are you still on here? Pamela Kirby. You can go and book that class now. All right, let's get some paper out. I need some therapy. Now, where's my brayer? Because I might actually have an attempt at redoing last night's design, but in different colours. Can't have gone that far, she says. Maybe it has gone far. Oh, Ruth, stop faffing. I'm fed up. Oh, there it is. I'm fed up now. Right. Seem to have some sort of fibre. Oh, there it is. Bit of fibre on there. I don't mind the streaks. That's actually adding to the whole kind of look of it, and I'm cleaning off my brayer by just doing that. There we go. Just move you up a bit. There we go. Let's see what I'm doing now. All right, so nice bit of Daffodil Delight that was. And just go for a bit of lemon lolly. I know it's not very bright, this colour, but I just want to fill in some of these areas. Looks like I've still got a bit of orange or something from yesterday on here. Okay, I think if for nothing else, it's worth people investing in a brayer just to do this kind of technique, just to cover your whole piece of paper so that you're not damaging your ink pads by doing the whole swishy swipey technique, which I know I've been peddling, but obviously I did warn everybody that it, you know, you could potentially damage your ink pads doing that. Right, got this on my desk. I don't know how clean it is though. There it is. Let me just clean the stamp off because I'm really not sure what's on it. Right, I'm going to go for crushed curry because I'm just trying to build up a whole thing of yellows here. Oh, Pam, have you just come back or were you here the whole time? Pam, did you get my message earlier? What I said to you? just putting some of these. Oh, I didn't mean to do it off kilter, never mind. Oh, I just thought, I tell you what's on my desk. Oh, they were on my desk. Did I move on? Those stamp masks. Right, I think tomorrow's going to be a tidy up day. Oh, here they are. I'm just going to darken this one up a little bit more. Oh, of course, yes, embossed paper as well. Yeah, you're quite right, Martina. Sorry, something's banging on my computer. I don't know what it is. Oh, oops. I am having to hold quite firmly to do that. All right, so you get that's number one, and very helpful. There's a number in the corner there. So what you can do just to sort of help sort of line it all up is that you can put your number one back in place, and then you just line up the notch then with that, and then you can take that one away. Okay, and then you can find the sweet spot. Just about there. Oh, I think we need some granny apple green for this one. Oh, take care, Sharon. Nice to see you. Sorry, I've not been very attentive on the comments. Yes, Pam, I did. I just made more space for you, darling. Yeah, just go use the same link again, and I've made a space for you. Oh, I'm going to have to do it again because I can't eyeball it. I'm just not good enough at that. Okay, so there, then there. There we go. No, I lost it. Right, that one there, that one on top. There we go. Then take it away. Now, where that leaf is crashing into that one, I'm not going to pay it too much attention with the ink because I don't want it to too much of an issue. And that's the nice thing about masks, actually, is that you can choose, you can kind of choose which spots you want to highlight or not highlight, really. Oh, I'm getting better at this now, aren't I? Now, for those of you who are not used to this sort of technique in card making, you may be wondering why I'm spending so long just decorating a piece of paper. That's because it's very enjoyable, for one, but also this piece of paper is going to be used, you know, maybe cut up into 6 pieces, 8 pieces, and so therefore when you actually divide the time up into what you're going to create out of this, it does make sense. It makes good use of your time. It also makes good use of your stamps. Some people struggle with the amount of stamps that they have that just sit on their shelves unused, and so this is a really good way to use them artistically in a satisfying way. Oh, take care, Ida. Airplane mode. Bye. Safe flight. All right, so this is Old Olive. Don't forget the dottage. Right, this one's a bit easier to place on because it's kind of a bit more obvious, because we've got the, oh, that's number 4 apparently, but I'm just gonna go with it. And you see how these tiny little pieces that are cut out here kind of like pull the images together? You see that? Isn't that clever? So this mask set can be purchased on its own. I believe it's around the £10 mark. It's really not that expensive. But it also does pair with a stamp set that you can stamp the outline of this and then use the masks to colour it in. But if you like this non-outline effect, some people, you know, do watercolouring or colouring in where they call it the no-line effect, where they will actually stamp in a pale colour and colour in so that it looks like it's been hand-drawn or hand-painted. So not everyone likes outlines, and sometimes outlines of drawings kind of go in and out of trend. You know, when we were kids, we kind of, that's the way we learn, isn't it? You draw an outline, colour it in, and typically we draw an outline in black, colour it in. But you know, I've been saying to you that you don't necessarily have to draw the outline in black, as in you don't have to stamp it in black, and some people don't, you know, will stamp it in a very, very, very pale colour, like stamped off smoky slate, then colour in. So there's lots of different approaches to using stamps and creating artwork. And then at the moment, it's kind of on trend, like my son's generation, my kids' generation, to actually have quite thick black outlines for things. And they quite like doing that at the moment, and making it part of the aesthetic to be, you know, slightly more bold. So yeah, right, so that's I just used Old Olive. So now I'm thinking I want to use something just to warm this up a bit, and so I'm thinking a bit of pumpkin pie, I think. Or shall I go for, you know what, I'm actually going to go, not pumpkin pie, I'm going to go with a bit of Flirty Flamingo, because Flirty Flamingo on top of the yellow is actually going to take on a bit of an orangey colour anyway, and I didn't want the depth of pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is actually quite a dark colour, so I'm going to go with Flirty and see what happens. Hi, Kelly. Yes, there is a little notch at the top here, Martina. So if you are struggling to line them up, say for example, this one is the next one, you can line up the notch first, then remove the bottom layer, and then you know you're in the right place. Okay. With this image, it's kind of a bit more obvious because it's meant to go over the yellow flowers. So I know that, and actually when you look up close, you can see where it's kind of covering up the leaves. So some of them are easy to align without the notch, and then some of them you really do need to just perhaps use the one that you've used before, leave it in place, and then swap it. Do a little slide and shimmy. All right, there we go. It's going in the wrong direction then. And don't be too shy on saturating your brush with colour. I see it, but I think there should be more of those since one uses that in different positions. I don't think you can use this one in different positions. I mean, you might be able to use the leaves for something, but it is very specific, like how everything all fits together on this one. It's not like one of the all over stencils that, you know, have got a bit more versatility to. I would say the versatility of this comes in the colour choices. You know, it'd be really fun just to play around with how different colours work on top of each other. So this is, you know, like I said, I chose Flirty Flamingo to go over the top of this because I knew that when Flirty Flamingo and these colours mix, it will actually be more orangey. And so I deliberately chose that. So maybe now I will choose Pumpkin Pie to be my centre here. So I'm going to realign that. I'll just show you how to do this again. So realign that over what I've just done. Get the notch, pop the notch over, and then take that away. There you have it. Now I've just used that on Flirty, but I think I can use this on Pumpkin Pie. Alright, don't want that to move. I really want this quite saturated because I want these stamens to really stand out. And there you have it. Kind of ties it all together then, doesn't it? Oh, you meant at different angles. Yeah, no, you can do it. You just, the first one you do, this one, I just used it at different angles. And then as long as you just put that one back down, you just place the notches together according to the first one that you used. Is that what you mean? And I really am going in there to make sure that that colour really is saturated and full, because it doesn't, otherwise it doesn't quite make sense. Right, so that will go there. I love this jumper, but it has got such big sleeves. I'm frightened that, I keep knocking things over and sweeping things up. And the other day I noticed my Tombow glue was hanging off the end of this sleeve. So just have to be careful. Right, last one, everybody. All right, this has been a lovely antidote to the previous half hour of this live. And that's just the way crafting is sometimes. It does get a bit frustrating when you have an idea in your head and, you know, you're trying to be original, and, you know, not copy someone else's design. But, you know, it just takes a bit of work sometimes, doesn't it? All right, so we've completed all that. So now I want to add some more texture to the background. And originally I was going to stamp some of those roses, but I'm not going to do that now. I think I'm just going to focus on, like I said, putting more texture on here. So I have got that lovely script here. And I might even pop some of these in and about there. I'm going to go with Flirty Flamingo first. I'll start up in this corner. All right, that's nice. I'm going to be jumping around all over the place. I'm going to use this one now to put some granny apple green leaves. And I'm kind of just going where some of the leaves are already there. So there's a nice flow that, even though this design is very different, like these are all obviously very solid images, we've got this lovely, pretty, very delicate line design, but it's acting as a really nice contrast next to those. That background lets your stamping appear to be see-through to your grid paper behind. It does a bit, yes, because of the yeah, I got you. Yeah, it does. It's a bit of an optical illusion, isn't it, that one? Oh, I'm a much happier bunny now. I hope you are too. I'm in my happy place, as they say. My happy stamping place. Happy artful stamping place. Thank you, Julie. It's got a real kind of Asian vibe to this now. Right. Grab this one. So this is now going to be Old Olive. Kind of feel like I don't actually want that bigger leaf in there, but let's see if I can just ink up those three. Otherwise I'm going to be very tempted to do surgery. Oh, sort of hanging in midair there. Tuck this one a bit closer in. Thank you, everybody. Up from the ashes. Up from the ashes. Up from the ashes grow the roses of... Is it roses of? I was going to say I think the word line is the roses of despair, but I don't think it is. Who knows that song from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Grow the roses, grow the roses. Oh, that one's perfect. Oh, now I can't be bothered. I'm just going to do that because I feel like these corners are a little bit neglected. That one can have a full one. All right, okay, happy with that. Let's get the dottage at the ready. Are you all sitting down? Are you all comfortable? So I'm having a think. I think I might just do some crushed curry dottage. Oops, sorry. Just clean that off. I might do some crushed curry dottage to start off with around, I was going to say around the flower area, because I feel that the stencil masking technique is just a little bit too clean for the rest of the design, and it just needs something to break up all that cleanness. So I don't want to sort of add a too darker colour on the flowers. So because I've already used crushed curry on the flowers, I'm just going to stamp these on to create a bit of a mottled kind of faux realism, I guess. I don't know if you guys are actually picking this up, but it is making a difference for me. You see how it's not so clean anymore, because I didn't like how clean it was looking. Right, now I'm happy. My mum would have loved this. Yellow was her favourite colour. Oh, well, there we go, Georgiana. What was your mum's name? This one can be in memory of her. Right, there we go. Dottage time. Of Grow the Roses of Success. Grow the Roses. Yes, not despair. I knew it wasn't quite right. Thank you. Right, I think we're there. I'm a much happier bunny. There we go. I think that's okay. I don't know if these could do with something else in them. I don't know if they need something to highlight the centres of them a bit more. I'll just do it to a few. It's like they just need a little bit more of a focal point, so I'm just dotting in the centres of these. There you go. What stamp set have you used? The flowers are beautiful. Those are not a stamp set, Heather. They are these amazing masks. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by going layer by layer, they have got numbers on, although I didn't actually follow the numbers very well. I did do number 1 and number 2, and no, I did 4 as 3. Oops. Yeah, so all the background, all the roses, the flowers were done with these. So they're fab. I'll put the code and sorry, the description and codes and everything. I'll update that all tomorrow. There we have it. Thank you, everybody. Oh, that was worth you staying up for. There we go. Right. I think I'm gonna love you and leave you, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with me. So if you didn't catch the earlier part of the video, I struggled through making these little emery board envelopes. So I just pop a little emery board in to keep in one's handbag. So that, and then from the rest of that paper that I stamped last night, I made some bookmarks. So I managed to get 5 out of those. So that was quite fun. So that was from last night's stamping. So if you didn't see me do that and want to enjoy that process, please do go and check out last night's video. And then, of course, if you've just hopped on late to the live, then do go and watch the rest of the beginning of that one. Right. Oh no, these one. Oh, this stencil actually this mask is in the mini. I will get it up for you now so that you can see where it is. So it's this page here, page 38. So there's a stamp set there. That if you buy you can buy the stamp set on their own. You can buy the dies. So if you want the stamps and dies and the masks, it's actually, you get 10% off by purchasing them all together. So you've got all those masks there and the dies. So that comes to $48.50 if you get the whole bundle. But if you want the masks on their own, and Stampin' Up! Have actually demonstrated just using those on, you know, the masks in the background there. Obviously they've used the die cuts there, but you can just purchase those for the wonderful sum of £10. So for all those masks, 5 there, that's £10. So there we go. Right, I can go through the colours with you though. So to start off with, I used a brayer just to get some colour down in the background. So my brayer isn't an old one that Stampin' Up! Used to sell years and years ago, but there's a new brayer in the annual catalogue. Sorry, no, the mini catalogue for £15. And those of you who like doing mixed media, who like doing their own backgrounds, this is a really helpful tool for just getting some ink down in the background. And I think you're probably going to get a bit bored of me using it over the next few weeks because it's just brilliant. It's just for breaking up the white space and getting some colour on. It's brilliant. So I used Daffodil Delight. Where's my I'm sure I put Lemon Lolly. Yeah, Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight. I stamped Crushed Curry Grid in the background. Then I used Crushed Curry for the main bulk of the flower. Then did Flirty Flamingo extra detail. And then Pumpkin Pie stamens. Then Granny Apple Green leaves with Old Olive. And then I stamped the leaves, this leaf here, or stems, in Granny Apple Green, and then this one in Old Olive. And then I did get out my Old Olive ink pads. I don't know if you, sorry, not ink pad, pen. So I don't know what you guys think. Do you think it looks better having some kind of focal point in the middle or not? Nice to see you, Cheryl. I could even scribble a kind of fun focal point, actually. Just in the middle there. Not sure. It's also an embellishment opportunity, put it that way. It's right, I do need to add audio input. Sorry, I'm just about to do something and realised it wasn't there. Right, hi, thank you, Dottie. You think it's better? Okay, cool. We'll do some more dotting then in here. There's probably a little stamp I could probably use, but I didn't really want to add another stamp set to the list, because if I use these for swaps, I'll have to yeah, I'll have to write down what they all are. So while I'm here, I'm actually going to write down small dottage to the centres. No, there isn't a small dottage. Lemon, daff, crushed granny, old crushed granny. Pumpkin. Oh dear. Flirty pumpkin, flirty. For all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Yep. Notes of nature. And then masks. Oh yeah, interesting point, Martina. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna go. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with me tonight. Lots of love to you all. Shaz, rest up. Hope you get some rest tonight and you're negative soon. Of COVID, that is. Thank you, Cecilia. I'm just looking back on some comments. Okay, that's it. All right.